My name is Waddell, and at the young age of 26, my life as I'd known it was cut short in its prime, and a whole bright future ruined. I was born in 1971 into a loving family of 3 and had a happy, stable upbringing in a healthy environment. Like most, I went through public schooling, and every summer myself and my brother, along with our parents, set off to France for 3 weeks. At the age of 16, after a good education, I left school and managed to get myself a secure career in the NHS, working on computers inputting data. With everything to live for, my own flat, a nice car, gorgeous new boyfriend, and a great social life, I was so happy. Little did I know, though, it was all going to be snatched away from me in a heartbeat, one tragic night in 1997, as I suffered a brainstem stroke. I was alone at home, and woke up on the floor to the sound of my house phone ringing. But my body couldn't move to answer it. I couldn't move my body at all, and I didn't know what to do. I lay on the floor, helpless, hoping somebody would find me and tell me what was happening. My phone rang countless times, and it did for a couple of days, until my dad burst through the door to see where I was and if I was all right. During my hospitalisation, and after numerous tests, they told me that the stroke had triggered a condition called locked-in syndrome, and that I was paralysed from head to foot, unable to eat, move, or speak. And this would never return. Or so they said. All of my hopes and dreams had been just wiped out. When I initially had the stroke, I expected the physical loss to be the hardest, but this wasn't the case. The inability to do things, especially making myself heard, drives me crazy. The way people view my disability is it's so frustrating. The next 14 years went by with very little improvement.
Well, now, for 15 years, she's been unable to walk or talk. Christine Waddell from County Durham is Britain's longest survivor of locked-in syndrome. It's the same condition as Tony Nicholson, who died last month after an unsuccessful legal battle over assisted suicide. But Christine wants to live, and she's actually seeing the first signs of improvement in her condition. Well, tonight, Look North has her first broadcast interview with her. Our correspondent Mark Denton reports.
For 15 years, Christine has been like this. She can hear, she can see, she's as mentally alert as the rest of us. But since 1997, she's been paralysed and without speech. She answers my questions through her carer.
Before my stroke, I was full of energy. I loved to laugh. I can remember the day I had the stroke like it was yesterday. I was in bed and I didn't feel well. I collapsed. The phone was ringing, but I couldn't see properly to use it.
First, A, B, C, D, E.
Since then, Christine's had locked-in syndrome. Her carer, Carol, uses a special system so Christine can communicate.
We've got an alphabet board like this, and what we say is first line, second line, third line or fourth line, and whichever line Christine wants, she'll blink her eyes up, and then we go along that line, and whichever letter she wants, she blinks her eyes up. And then we just go along until we make a word and then a sentence.
Christine has the same condition as Tony Nicholson, who died last month after an unsuccessful legal campaign for assisted suicide. But Christine doesn't want to die. She says she has much to live for.
I still think he's right about you being able to end your life, but it's all down to the individual, how they feel. You just get used to it, so it's normal for me now. I can't explain how things like Facebook have improved my life. Just getting in touch with friends has improved my life. I also enjoy 2 vodkas a week.
For 8 years, Christine's condition didn't change. Now she can shake her head, move her toes, and she's convinced she'll recover.
After 8 years, I noticed my toes moving, and I just thought that if that can happen, anything can happen. I've always believed I will recover, just because I totally believe in myself and I really want it.
She's an inspiration to me. I just think she's a wonderful lady. How she can, after 15 years, and still laugh and carry on. It's just amazing.
It is the tiniest movement of the thumb. It is also, for Christine Waddell, monumental progress, because for the last 17 years, Christine from Pelton Fell has had locked-in syndrome. She can hear, she can see, but a stroke means she can't talk or walk. She communicates with her carer through a series of blinks.
A, B, C, D, E, D.
But since Look North met her last September, she's made great progress. That thumb movement was just the start.
There have been lots of changes. I can sit for half an hour now. I can push my arms forward and back and go from side to side.
Much of that progress has happened after Christine was treated with pioneering electric physiotherapy.
It's called a functional electrical stimulation device. So basically what it does, it's got some pads that are attached to different muscles on Christine's body, and the stimulation contracts the muscles for Christine.